Battle Through the Heavens. Chapter 60. Xiao Yan secures rare ingredients after successful auction. With the auction drawing to a close, the enigmatic alchemist prepares to collect the rare treasures he seeks for his next breakthrough. Xiao Yan carefully adopts his mysterious persona once more, navigating the backstreets before returning to the primer auction house as a figure of immense power. Within the private parlor, his intimidating presence lingers, leaving the staff in a state of silent awe and nervous expectation.
The auction was nearing its end. Xiao Yan found a reason to slip away from the crowd. He moved through the streets, circled the nearby intersection a few times, and ducked into a narrow alley. He pulled a heavy black cloak over his shoulders and adjusted the hood to hide his face. He walked back into the auction house with the slow, measured pace of an elder. The staff had been watching for him. Ever since they learned he was a rank 4 alchemist, Ya Fei had placed scouts at the doors. A young maid bowed low and led him into a private parlor. Xiao Yan sat in a plush chair and took a slow sip of tea. He looked at the girl. Her hands were clenched tight. She looked like a cornered rabbit.
Is the auction finished?
Yao Lao's aged voice rasped from beneath the hood.
The girl jumped. She peeked at the black-clad figure and swallowed hard. Her voice was small and trembling.
Yes, Master. It is over. Lady Ya Fei is handling the final paperwork with the guests now.
She stood with her head down, her breath coming in short, shallow bursts. Master Guini had warned her to satisfy every demand this mysterious man made, no matter the cost. She shivered, waiting for a request that never came. Footsteps hurried down the hall. The door opened, and Ya Fei stepped inside. She moved with a liquid grace, her hips swaying like a serpent. Her curves drew the eye and held it, a natural charm that could break a man's resolve. Xiao Yan leaned back into the shadows of his chair. He felt a sudden heat in his chest.
Temptress,
he thought. Ya Fei smiled, her teeth flashing white. She held out a pale green jade card.
Master, your 7 bottles of foundation building elixir sold for 285,000 gold coins. We have deducted the house fee. The rest is on this card.
Xiao Yan reached out. His fingers brushed the cool surface of the jade. It was an expensive piece of craft. Ya Fei's eyes flickered to his hand. It looked too smooth, too young for his voice. A flash of confusion crossed her face before she hid it behind a professional mask.
The price was higher than expected.
The old voice said.
I am satisfied.
Ya Fei beamed.
If you have more to sell in the future, Master, please bring it to the Meteor auction house. We will guarantee you the best rates.
I need the duo tie I asked for.
Yao Lao said.
Do you have them?
Ya Fei clapped her hands. Genny entered, carrying a jade tray. He bowed and set it on the table.
Everything you required is here, Master.
Xiao Yan looked at the herbs. These were the ingredients for the Qi gathering powder. If he had searched for these on his own, it would have taken weeks of effort. They had found everything in a single day. His pulse quickened.
Good. Deduct the cost from the card.
Ya Fei waved her hand.
Please, Master. You have brought us great prestige. These herbs are a gift. We would not dream of taking your money for such things.
Xiao Yan did not argue.
In the future, I will trade my elixirs for the materials I need.
Ya Fei's eyes lit up. She and Gainey moved to the door to lead the way. Xiao Yan stood and followed them out. They walked through the halls toward the exit. As they passed the main floor, Xiao Yan saw the crowds dispersing. He spotted a familiar figure in the center of the room. His father, Xiao Zhan, was standing there, settling his own accounts. Xiao Yan's heart hammered against his ribs. He pulled his hood lower, ducking his chin.
Don't look this way.
He kept his head down and walked past without stopping.